Hello guys, how you doing? Well, as you can see, I didn't make a video last week because I was really busy. First, I was in Web Summit. Is an event where startup companies present their projects to possible investors, and this one was for me was interesting, especially because I was inspired to create something. I saw amazing different projects, some of them that I would not even dream about, and I was like I was inspired. That's the word best to describe this. And also I asked people like how did they start the company, and most of them they said that it was a PhD, and then they saw the potential of it to create their own company, and then then they just started. And I think this was a common trait because I asked 2 or 3 people, and this was more or less the answer. So this is the pattern that I saw. But I saw amazing concepts as well, ways to take advantage of garbage to produce materials and then just close the cycle. I think this is a really important topic, even for farming, that I'm going to talk later. So I was interesting to see companies in the energy sector and for farming as well. So a lot of technological ideas. It was interesting to see, and the main thing for me was that I was inspired to create my own thing. Think big, obviously. I don't know yet exactly what would be a great fit for me in that regard, but I know that I will have an answer for all this with time, but we first have to put one step ahead and fail probably a lot of times. Then when you look back, you will see that all made sense. Everything happens for a reason, and I don't believe in coincidences at all. That was it. Then I had a medical appointment with my doctor, and I said in the last video that I was concerned with my weight. I was just losing weight for 2 weeks straight, and then I just in a week or two put it all back. My thing was that I was not eating enough. Like I was listening to my body. I thought that I was eating enough, but after all, I wasn't doing that, and yeah, that's what my doctor said. Okay, well, just eat more. You are eating pretty healthy foods, like food with that are the most natural as it can be. So just if you eat a little bit more, like just continue to do that. Just push a little bit, and the results are there. But I'm following this doctor for 3 months now, and I can see that the results are getting better. I'm feeling better overall, like less intoxicated maybe because nowadays like the water is contaminated, the food is contaminated, like everything is. So I put a lot of effort in this because in my health, because I believe that if you have your body free from all these chemicals and stuff, you overall will feel better, and then you get better results when you do your projects overall. And like if you are better with ourselves, we can give more to others as well. So I believe in this. This is not negotiable for me, and it's great to see that the medical appointment, every time I go there, I see better results. And that was very interesting. and the list of foods that I can eat is getting bigger and bigger. And that was a very interesting key, because the medical appointment, basically I started with, I was making some questions to her, then I just took a sample of my blood, and I could see exactly what was happening to my blood, and see that I still have some things to improve. Obviously, in 3 months is not a lot of time in terms of health, even if you are doing everything right, and I am not, just to say that. And then after that, she did an exercise that was really fun to see. It's basically, I put my hands this way to her, and then she puts a sample of food in one hand, and in the other I was doing this with my fingers, and she was going to pull the fingers away. In this case, in my case, was this finger, and see if I had more strength or less when putting the foods in the other hand. So if I had a food that I could eat, for example, let's say a banana, for example, that's something that I love. If she puts a sample of banana in my hand, I would have more strength in my finger. That's an example. For another crazy example, if she would have put like alcohol, something, a beer, for example, and any kind of beer, in my other hand, I would get weaker with my finger. This was very mind-blowing to me. That was completely, like, I was completely blown away, completely, and I could see and feel that the intuition that I had at the start, right at the start, that I'm doing exactly what I should be doing in terms of health. And funny enough, she also put my phone in my hand, and I would get weaker in my other hand. And she also put her phone, and her phone had a symbol to just block the radiation or something. I don't exactly know what it is, and I wouldn't get as weaker as with my phone. I would actually get stronger. So this to say that this technique works with food, but also works with anything you can test, anything you want to test that you are not sure. But in order to do this trick, you need a second person to just pull your finger away, and that person has cannot be biased. So this is something that is very tricky, but I feel overall that what I was doing was correct. Like, it was my instinct from the start, even if everybody said that, okay, it's this amount of fruit is crazy, you are crazy, and I know I am a little bit, but I'm feeling great overall. So yeah, that was it. And after that, I had this week a course on introduction to organic farming, and this was a lot of information because Web Summit, this medical appointment, and this agriculture course, it was all of this in 2 weeks. So I basically didn't have much time to just process this information. So I had a lot of stress. That is not the great part of my weeks, but I have to have more time now to just chill down, process all the information, and then move forward, because I have a lot of projects and I like my life this way, having a lot of goals, a lot of dreams, but now it's time to process things and go one thing at a time. And like now we have to change a lot of things in the farm, so it's going to be exciting, but also at the same time just one step at a time, and that is it. So that's my advice to you all. Do one thing at a time, pursue a great health, because that is really important. I really believe in that. And be happy, have time to yourself, 1 hour, at least 1 hour a day, to just enjoy yourself, do something that you love. This is also a mandatory thing. Well, that was a lot for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much.